New shoe day! New shoe day! Doing a short video today since it's about 11 o'clock now. So I thought I'd just come out for a run. Sunny but cooling. The best. And since I'm running today, I think I want to bring up a very hot topic of conversation. Check back in a bit. I just did my 3 km run. I just did a 20 minutes run. I just want to do some run because I want to just release the stress. I've been hearing so much negativity about cyclists. It's like, what's all this, man? To be honest with you, I've been cycling for 6 years. This level of negativity towards cyclists in Malaysia I've never seen it before. I mean, I've seen it floating around, you know, people complaining about cyclists, but never to this level. There's so much hatred. The hatred goes to the point that motorists are threatening to bang all the cyclists. It has gone to a level of how put it in a nice way. I think right now I want to break it down to my perspective on things. I know this video will be very controversial. A lot of people won't like this video, but this is my point of view. Feel free to put your point of view, but I'm trying to spread positivity here as well, as much as education, okay? So if there's something that you don't like what I say, feel free to comment below, right? I won't put in the heart. So this is my take. I think there's just too many new cyclists around who doesn't understand the rules of open road cycling. So if you are a newbie, I highly encourage you to, you know, obey the rules of traffic. You know, if you're not sure about cutting to a certain junction, you know, stop and push the bike at the traffic light or whatever, or when the cars are minimal. Don't go open road, especially during weekdays, unless of course you're cycling to work, right? Because then you have no choice. But if you're doing it as a recreational cyclist, try your very best to avoid weekday ride. Unless you go to kampong area where there's minimal traffic, like Hantu, Perez, all those, okay lah. But do mind there are still people rushing to work. So bear that in mind, right? Follow the rules, don't simply cut in and cut out. I think a lot of newbie cyclists are just a bit too adventurous. So probably because of the increase of cyclists coming to the game, right? A lot of them probably are just a bit more reckless than normal. Whereas us seasoned cyclists, though we are not 100% perfect, but we do our best to abide to the rules with our limited speed that we have. Okay, so newbies, please don't think that the road is your father's road, okay? Ni jalan bukan bapak kamu punya tau. So you have to be respectful because especially not only just newbies, I think there are some seasoned cyclists who are quite terrible. I ride with a few groups before. I've seen terrible groups all the way to good peloton riding ethics, right? And even some seasoned cyclists who so-called they want to tunjuk ego, they want to show their power, they go all out sprinting, overtaking the groups, climbing, groups slow down, they also overtake. Padahal it's so dangerous, they don't even check behind, right? Then there are slow riders who just do double, triple foul in a single lane, which is also very dangerous. So I plead to all you seasoned and newbie cyclists, right, to stick to as far left corner as possible. Don't overtake unless it's really required. If you want to overtake, also look behind. Press the brake. You don't need to maintain 45 km/h one, right? Slow down, safety first, not PR, not average speed. Always remember that, right? That's for the cycling ethics, you know, be safe on the road and don't go to busy roads, please, don't go busy roads. But I see many of the viral happening, right? Most of the busy road, the accident happen, those are like, sometimes us cyclists also, we have no choice because we have to follow that particular junction that will in a way cut into an open road. But when we do that, we do look behind to make sure the road is safe. We do signaling to the cars behind. So we also hope that cars on the road also, if you see us going, do be courteous as much as we want to be courteous with you. I mean, we do apologize, we are hogging the road at times, but that's how open road cycling is, right? The way I look at it is this. The way I look at it is like this. You imagine this, you know, before cars, people walk on the road. After that, people ride on horses on the road. Then they ride on carriages on the road. Then probably they even ride on bicycle before cars, right? Cycling was even on the road before cars. Then cars came around, right? But in my point of view, it's not about who owns the road. It's about how we share the road. I think, to be honest, if you say cyclists don't pay road tax, I can guarantee you, all cyclists, for the love of the passion and the sport, we are more than happy to pay road tax. But the government has been fair, right? Don't charge road tax like exuberant high price, you know. Be practical as well. Alright, what I'm saying is, if we do pay road tax, what are the benefits we are getting as cyclists? You know, how are you going to protect us, right? In my point of view is, you don't expect a cyclist who does 100 km every week, right, to ride in the Taman. How are we going to ride, look, like in this neighborhood? How am I going to cover 100 km here? It's like you're telling a marathon runner, don't run on open roads, right? Run at the Taman or at the garden. Or you're telling a kid who's playing badminton at the roadside, hey, don't play badminton here lah. You know, play at the badminton court, right? If you ask me, I think cycling is a sport that makes the public healthy, right? I lost 35 kg, right? Would the government rather have me die early and they lose a taxpayer, an honorable taxpayer, right? Or so guy here blowing leaves is a bit noisy, so I'm going to make a turn somewhere. You know? Or does the government want to increase their healthcare costs just because of issues like this? I mean, cycling is beneficial for health, for the people, right? You know, honestly speaking, if you ask me, with cycling, I can tell you upfront, general population's health will improve, healthcare dependency will reduce, even you know, blood pressure of people probably will reduce, and no stress will reduce. Public public mentality, you know, they will have a more better mindset in life, more positive, you know. Then it's, you know, overall more people pick up cycling is a good thing, isn't it, right? You want your general population of a country to be healthy, right? Not so much hatred, so much anger, you know, not increase in suicide. That's not what we want in life. So I think the government should protect us as cyclists. It is a healthy sport, right? Or you know, or if a kid that's already passionate about cycling, why not pick up the sport, right? It's a growing industry. If, you know, people buy bicycles also pay tax one, right? It's an industry where people in shops, livelihood are dependent on it. People are, you know, paying tax as they sell their bikes. You know, in general, as well, you're creating future sports cyclists like Azizul, you know, our silver medalist, right? You are creating the future of sports. Don't you want to develop that? You know, you don't expect out of the blue, a kid will pick up cycling because you ride in the Taman. You're restricting the potential, right? My take is this, cyclists have a part to play, of course, I 100% agree. Cyclists need to obey the rules, you know, don't be like thinking the road belongs to you, but as well as I hope do motorists as well do, you know, take care of us, you know. Honestly speaking, I ride for almost 6 years. I've never seen a motorist that has been angry with us or hatred with us or scold us while we're on the road. Honestly speaking, I've seen so many motorists so kind. When they see our group go, we say thank you, they say thank you. When they know that we're going to turn around about or whatever, they actually slow down and give us a thank you and a hi, you know. And honestly, as cyclists also, we give a thank you and a hi. I mean, we love that. We love the, you know, the mashmuk feeling. We love the Malaysian attitude. Where is the Malaysian attitude of loving, sharing and caring, right? Though I do not agree, of course, parents bringing a whole family out to a heavy traffic to cycle. All those, yes, I also think it's irresponsible. As well as, honestly, when I'm driving also, I see cyclists on the road who are like, you know, 2-lane, 3-lane in a single lane. As a driver, I also feel it's unethical and I'm not happy with them. You know, I even see cyclists cycling in Paris without helmet. What the hell is that, right? So all those does annoy me when I'm driving or even when I'm cycling, right? So honestly, I do understand where motorists are coming. To be honest, I hate irresponsible cyclists. But don't forget, there are also irresponsible motorists, people who are on their motorbikes who are very reckless. Why don't you criticize them? Why only must hantam a cyclist? To be honest, if you ask me personally, right, dangerous motorcyclists and dangerous car drivers who are racing on the street, they are, they want to purposely create harm for ego purpose. But as us cyclists, we're not trying to create harm, we just want to ride. We are minding our own business, we're trying to keep as safe as possible, as safe as possible on the road. We're honestly just trying to mind our own business. So, but of course not all of us are like that lah. But I do apologize to all the motorists if there's any like that. But I do hope that the government, and I do hope motorists do, have some empathy on us, because you can't expect us to cycle 100 km to do it in a velodrome or do it in a road or in Taman, right? We can't do that. We need distance. That's the only passion that comes out from cycling, right? That's the only way I can lose my weight. I've been trying to lose weight for the past 20 years. I was 135 kg, I was 130 kg, right? My family probably have to pay so much medical bill for me. But now because of cycling, I'm healthy as ever, right? I'm doing runs and I'm motivating others to come up with this healthy lifestyle. So why do you want us to die young when cycling actually helps us to grow older, to be better at our day-to-day life, right? And our family will definitely save money on the long run. That's my take on. So then also another thing I want to say is, I kind of lost my thought. Give me a minute. I think I want to add my YouTube channel, right? I have so many positive comment and feedback from my viewers, from my subscribers, and even kids as young as 15 years old message me, teenagers messaging me, "Hey Melvin, your video is so inspiring. Hey Melvin, I don't know why when I watch your video it's so therapeutic." Some of them actually feel nice about cycling, and some of them want to pick up cycling. Hey, you never know, these kids who are young age, if they pick up cycling, they might be the next Azizul, or they might represent Malaysia in Tour de France. Why you want to limit that potential, right? Come on guys, I mean, we should meet a middle ground somewhere if possible. I do plead the government to consider this message from me, right? Again, I feel that motorists who have hatred to us, instead of being aggressive when you see us on the road, or spreading viral messages, why don't encourages us to be safer? Honestly, like what I do when I'm cycling, if I see a reckless cyclist, I would openly scold them on, like, "Oi, no, stick to the corner, why are you blocking the road, hey, single file." So it's quite sad to see where cycling is heading. To be honest, cycling has brought so much positive energy to the community. Cycling has brought so much energy to sports in Malaysia. Cycling has brought so much income to people who are dependent on it. Cycling has brought so much income to the Malaysian government. I think there are more areas to kecam smoking. Why do I see people smoking in the restaurant nowadays? What happened to that? Last time the government banned smoking in the restaurant, but they're still doing it now. What happened? Right? Why motorbikes are on highways when there is a motorbike lane during weekdays, right? So there are things that are also dangerous. Right? Why only cyclists gets the bad rap? Yes, death happened. Death happened everywhere, right? Though I'm not saying death is to blame on the person who died or the person who caused the accident. It's a tragic thing. We shouldn't put blaming. We shouldn't blame cyclists. We shouldn't blame motorists. We shouldn't have that anger or attitude. We should straight away think of a solution to help us live in harmony, both cyclists and vehicle drivers and motorbikes, right? I mean, again, I'm trying to spread love here and positivity, okay? I respect all motorists who have hatred for me, or even for cyclists in general. I do, because when I see newbie cyclists on the road who are very dangerous, I also don't feel that they are ethical on the road. So I agree with you. I'm not saying I don't. I agree with you 100%. But I just disagree that those want to bang into cyclists, those who are cursing them, "You jalan, aku hantamkan you," and all those stuff. I don't agree with those, right? Why you want to be so angry with us? Come, talk to us, have a forum, tell us what we can do better, but don't restrict us from what we are doing, right? And to all the newbie cyclists out there, don't put your family at risk. If you feel your family is not ready for open road, if you feel your family is not ready to cycle, especially kids, You know, don't go open road cycling. Don't bring your family out. It's a risk to them. You want to ride, you know, bring them to Putrajaya at the, you know, the middle lane there, the center part where there are a lot of cyclists and runners there, you know, or bring them to Taman, bring them to Kampong roads where there's very minimal traffic. Don't bring them into city lah, please lah, right? Okay, I mean, that's it for today's rant. I have nothing much else to say. I just want to say that that's it for today. I hope that the government, the public, motorists and all, we can meet into a center point, you know, to have a middle ground understanding, and that we try to live in harmony lah, right? We share the road. So let's spread some positivity, some love, and God bless all of you. God bless to the government. I pray that, honestly, every night we do pray for the government. We don't care who is in the seat of the government. We just pray of their action rather than person, because God moves their action, and we pray that God gives them wisdom and not the devil. Not the devil leads the country, but God leads the country. Anyway, I'm not being spiritual here, but rather it's just my point of view. You know. Of course, to those who are free thinkers, I think you will say that, you know, we just hope the government do good. For those who believe in different religion, I bet you think that, you know, we just pray that your God will also believe that, you know, the government do well. But for me, I also hope, you know, that God will do the right thing. The government will do the right action, and the public will respect one another. That's all for today, my rant. It's a bit boring. I hope it's not too boring, but that's just my point of view. I hope Malaysia can really improve in terms of cycling, and, you know, the road we can share. And like I say, you know, don't expect 100 km century ride cyclists, you know, not to use big roads, but at least let's use those straight long big roads, because without those roads we can't get our mileage. And what's the point of cycling, right? You are limiting the potential growth of future cyclists in Malaysia. You are risking the risk of people's livelihood. Don't do that. Okay guys, so take care. That's all I want to say. I know I'm repeating myself, but there's a lot of love I want to share with all of you. Again, spread love, joy, happiness and all. Be positive, you guys, and God bless you.